The first race pacers and their drivers have entered the track for the post parade. Number 1, Odds on Fireball, owned by Peter and Saul Lanigan of Montague. Saul is the trainer, Peter is the driver. Two is Stormy Beach Girl, owned by Jennifer Doyle and Danny Bird of Vernon Bridge. Jennifer does the training. Adam Murner drives. 3, Southern Heart, owned by Elmer Campbell of Airdrie, Alberta. Jackie Cooper of Stratford, trained by Earl Smith. The drive goes to Brody McPhee. 4, Imagine Speed, owned by Dunsand Farms of Warren Grove, trained by Nick Oakes, Jason Hughes. 5 is J.J. Kinley, owned by Darla J. of Charlottetown, trained by Vaughn Doyle, Kenny Arsenault driving. 6, Evening Maelstrom, owned by Dr. Mary McNiven of 9 Mile Creek. Cliff Murphy, the trainer. Kenny Murphy drives. 7, Where Angels Fly, owned by the Kick and Horse Stable of York, and William Andrew of Calgary, Alberta, trained by Ronnie Gass. That's Corey McPherson. 3 minutes. Wagering time on tonight's opener. Race day live from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, broadcasting at Redshores.ca, Red Shores YouTube channel, and FM 98.5. Tonight, we feature the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders. Kurt Hughes is coming up next.
Okay, we're just 2 minutes away here from the Thursday night opener. Welcome to everybody on track, everybody tuning in at Redshores.ca or our YouTube channel. Terrific 13 dash card featuring the Maritime Breeders Stakes for 2 and 3 year old trotters, sponsored by Home Hardware. And now we are going to take a look at our first race selections here as race 1 is on track. And there is my top choice on the screen right now. That is the 7, Where Angels Fly, owned by the Kick and Horse Stable of York and Bill Andrew of Calgary. This is a 3-year-old filly by Steelhead Hanover. Corey McPherson will do the driving for trainer Ronnie Gass. A good second there last time out, right on the front end from post 1. Just got collared late there. Got beat 2 1/4 lengths race time to 58 and 130 flat on the end of it. Still looking for her first win of 2021. I think she could get it here tonight. She does have that good early gate speed, even from post 7. I think she can get there tonight. Even money currently. Daily double exactor, superfecta tractor, wagering win play show. You can also tag your ticket with the wild horses as we take a look at my second selection here. This is the 6, Evening Maelstrom, owned by Dr. Mary McNevin of 9 Mile Creek. Kenny Murphy will do the driving tonight for trainer Cliff Murphy. A good second there, first up last time out. Only beat 3/4 of a length race time to 2 minutes, 2 fifths, and that was at this bottom 351 level. So 351s again for this one tonight, and you can see right on the card she's been racing as high as the 12:01, so struggling to find her way here in 2021. She has 1 win from 10 starts, looking for win number 2 here tonight. Post 6, 2-1. And there's a look at the 4 on the track right now. That is the 4 Imagine Speed, owned by Dunsand Farms of Warren Grove. The Blue Knight Jason Hughes will drive for trainer Nick Oakes. A good fourth there in the debut in 2021 at that 351 level, only beating 2 3/4 lengths in race time to 2 minutes 4/5. McPherson was in the bike on that day, so Hughes back on the bike here tonight. He knows this mare very well, and making her second start back, I think she's going to be that much tighter, and I think she could be part of this triactor ticket here tonight. She's 5-1. The first of a baker's dozen lining up in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate. Let's send it over to Vance Cameron for the call.
Odds on Fireball, Stormy Beach Girl, Southern Heart, Imagine Speed, J.J. Kinley. Evening Maelstrom and Where Angels Fly, top of the stretch. Here they come. The rough end pacing, leaving from the center, Imagine Speed. Odds on Fireball at the rail, coming from the outside, Evening Maelstrom, and farther out, Where Angels Fly. As they move round the turn, now in fifth is Stormy Beach Girl, away six, Southern Heart, and the trailer, J.J. Kinley. To the backstretch they go, and Where Angels Fly drives up on the outside to take over the lead. In line to Corey McPherson. Second is Imagine Speed, racing from third. That's Evening Maelstrom. Back into fourth, odds on Fireball, swinging to the outside. Fifth is Stormy Beach Girl. Now sixth is Southern Heart, and trailing seventh, J.J. Kinley. 28-1 was a solid opener as they race past the 3/8, led by Where Angels Fly. Second, Imagine Speed from the outside. Stormy Beach Girl has taken over third. Evening Maelstrom is fourth. Odds on Fireball fifth. To the outside, sixth is Southern Heart. And trailing the field, that is J.J. Kinley. They're halfway home in 58-3 on the lead around the paddock turn for the second time. Where Angels Fly. From the outside, first up is Stormy Beach Girl, racing third at the rail, Imagine Speed. Evening Maelstrom continues fourth. Up on the outside is Southern Heart, now fifth. Odds on Fireball is sixth. And on the outside, three high, the trailer, J.J. Kinley. They arrive at 3/4, and Where Angels Fly is still there. Second, Imagine Speed. Evening Maelstrom retakes third. The 3/4 in 1:29 just an eighth left to go. Where Angels Fly will bring them home. Evening Maelstrom on the outside is second. Imagine Speed now third. Deep in the stretch, Where Angels Fly. Evening Maelstrom on the outside is coming right with her. On the wire they come next. Where Angels Fly might have held on right with her in the win photo. Evening Maelstrom. 2 minutes, What?
What a way to kick things off here on a Thursday night. What a finish here at the line as Where Angels Fly and McPherson, as expected. They got to the front here 28-1. That's a big quarter on a track rated 1 second off here. McPherson led there through the half 58-3. 129-2. Imagine Speed and Hughes. They sat the pocket, and sitting in the 3-hole was the 6th Evening Maelstrom, Kenny Murphy. They made their move around the last turn, and it's tight on the line between the 7 Where Angels Fly and the 6 Evening Maelstrom. We're going to wait to see the results of the photo here. We're getting a great look at it here, the Universal Media slow-mo, as we're going to get a look at it here on the line, and it could be the 6 reaching up here at the wire. Wow, that's tight on the line. Too close to call for me. We'll wait to see the results of the photo here in race 1, but what a great way to start things off.
In the first race, 6 Evening Maelstrom and 7 Where Angels Fly. They land on the wire together. They're first in the dead heat. Race number 1, 6 and 7 finish first in the dead heat. We'll present a couple of winners to open up this Thursday night at the driving park. Where Angels Fly, Bay Pacing Philly 3 by Steelhead Hanover off the Western Paradise Dam Dusty Lane Tate, home of the Kicking Horse Stable of York and William Andrew of Calgary, Alberta. Trained by Ronnie Gass, driven to victory by Corey McPherson. It's a new record on her of 2 minutes. And our co-winner in the opener, Evening Maelstrom. Bay Pacing Mare 6 by Image of Dawn off the Run the Table Dam, Victoria's Colleen, owned by Dr. Mary McNiven of 9 Mile Creek, trained by Cliff Murphy, and driven to victory by Kenny Murphy. For that mare, that's her 10th lifetime victory. 2 minutes, 2 winners. Evening Maelstrom and Where Angels Fly, first in the dead heat. Now the official results in race 1, odds on Fireball 6, Stormy Beach Girl 7th, Southern Heart 5th, Imagine Speed 3rd, J.J. Kinley 4th. Evening Maelstrom was first in the dead heat, Where Angels Fly first in the dead heat. Fractions went 28 and 1, 58 and 3, 129 and 2, and the mile 2 minutes. From the top, it's 6, 7, 5, 3, 4. One dead heat. One dead heat. Evening Maelstrom 480, Where Angels Fly 250. 6-7 Exactor 1170, the 7-6 at 840. 6-7-4 Try at 5580, the 7-6-4 2210. The 6-7-4-5 Super at 2244, the 7-6-4-5 at 1106. The second race is the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders 2-year-old trot fillies. One Baskin Robin, owned by Michael Clary of Montague, trained by John Clary. Corey McPherson drives. Kemco Ramona number 2, owned by Sandstone Stables of Charlottetown, trained by Doug McGregor, Brody McPhee. 3, Magian Salsa is owned by Mary Lee Ripley of Amherst, Nova Scotia. Jim Ripley trains and drives. 4 is Bert's Legacy, owned by Robert Honcoop of Alliston, trained by Bill Lanigan. Paul Lanigan in the sulky. 5 minutes wagering time on the second. Red Shores is a proud sponsor of the Atlantic Dream Stable competition. To review the standings, go to the atlanticdreamstable.weebly.com.
Okay, just 4 minutes to go here before race number 2. It is the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders for 2-year-old trot fillies. Purse $7,450, and there's my top choice on the screen right now. That is Bert's Legacy, owned by Robert Honcoop of Alliston, PEI. This is a 2-year-old filly by Tad the Stud, trained by Bill Lanigan, and Paul Lanigan will do the driving. Second last time out in that ladies slipper event here in Charlottetown. A good second to real good headline Howie on that day. This filly was race timed in 2:04 flat, 31 and 2 on the end of it, dropping 6 seconds off her previous mile there of 2:10 and 1. So she is definitely moving in the right direction. And Paul Lanigan in this short field, I'll look for him to sprint off the wings, get to the front, control it, and go all the way. She is the current favorite at 3-4. And then right next door is the 3 Magian Salsa, owned by Mary Lee Ripley of Amherst, Nova Scotia. This is another 2-year-old filly by Ted The stud, James Ripley, is the trainer and driver. Made that interference break last time out, still finished 5th. And then the start prior to that, 4th in race timed in 2:06 and 2. That's a nice mile with a 29 and 2 final panel. It is a real good mile here during Gold Cup and Saucer Week in an Atlantic Sire Stake division here, like I say, during Gold Cup and Saucer Week. So making the way over to the island here again tonight, and I like this filly to be part of it as well. She's 7-5. There is Brody McPhee and Camco Ramona. I like this filly to round out my triactor. She's a 2-year-old filly by Armbro Barrister, owned by the Sandstone Stables of Charlottetown. Dougie McGregor, the trainer, making a couple breaks in those last 2 starts, but a decent qualifier there, finishing 2nd in 2:14 and 3, and then 2:15 and 4. So she minds her manners. She could get the show prize in here tonight, and she is 5-1. Home Hardware Maritime Breeders 2-year-old trot fillies lining up in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate for tonight's 2nd race. Over to Vance Cameron for the call.
Baskin Robin, Camco Ramona, Magian Salsa, Bert's Legacy. Top of the stretch. Approaching a start. Offstride to 3, Magian Salsa. Offstrides to 2, Camco Ramona. Bert's Legacy is handed the lead getting out. Second, that is Baskin Robin. On the run in third, Camco Ramona. And the trailer fourth, that'll be Magian Salsa. So they are strung out, and I mean strung out, and we've yet to arrive at the eighth pole. And all alone, that is Bert's Legacy, the leader. In line to Paul Lanigan. Racing from second is Baskin Robin. Then third is Camco Ramona. And trailing the field, that is Magian Salsa. They're over to the opening quarter mile, led by Bert's Legacy. The post-time favorite is way out in front. Second is Baskin Robin, racing from third. That is Camco Ramona. Back down trotting is the trailer fourth. Magian Salsa 31 and 4 was the opening quarter. As they trot down the stretch approaching the midway point, it's all Bert's Legacy in here. Racing from second is Baskin Robin, then third is Camco Ramona. Trailing the field, Magian Salsa halfway home, led by Bert's Legacy. Racing from second is Baskin Robin, then third is Camco Ramona. And the trailer is Magian Salsa. The opening half mile up in 1:03 and 2 with 3/8 of a mile to go. Outdistancing him here. That's Bert's Legacy. Baskin Robin is second. Magian Salsa takes over third on the outside. Now the trailer, Camco Ramona. They're arriving at 3/4. At least Bert's Legacy has arrived at 3/4. Racing second now, that's Magian Salsa. Third up the inside is Camco Ramona, and the trailer after a break, Baskin Robin, the 3/4 in 1:36 and 1. You may be watching history on this night by the most open length victory in the history of the Charlottetown Driving Park. It happens in the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders' 2-year-old trot fillies. Bert's Legacy, Paul Lanigan, they distance the field. Second is Magian Salsa. Camco Ramona will be third. Time for the mile in 2:07 and 2.
Okay, we're going to get a look at the Universe of Media slow-mo here for tonight's second race. It was the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders for 2-year-old trot fillies, and we saw Bert's Legacy and Paul Lanigan go to the front here without any urging. 2-year-old filly by Tad the Stud. She gets there up to the quarter, 31 and 4, down to the half, 103 and 2. Nobody in the same time zone as this filly here tonight. 3/4, 136 and 1, and she gets home at 31 and 1 and emotionless. In the seat is Paul Lanigan as he takes a look over his left shoulder because he cannot hear any other horses in his ears there. As what a feeling that is coming down the stretch and you're all by yourself. 2:07 and 2 is her maiden victory here tonight. She gets it done in a Maritime Breeders 2-year-old trot fillies sponsored by Home Hardware, and we'll see her back in the Red Shores Winner Circle in just a moment.
Bert's Legacy on her way to the second race winner's circle. A Trotting Bay filly 2 by Ted the Stud. From the Dream Vacation Dam, High and Flighty. Owned by Robert Honcoop of Alliston. The breeder is the estate of Bert Honcoop. She's trained by Bill Lanigan, driven to victory by Paul Lanigan, and she will trot to a maiden record on this night of 2:07 and 2. Bert's Legacy in the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders' Stake 2-year-old trot fillies. Joining us at trackside for the presentation is Peter Smith and Arnold Hagen. with Home Hardware, proud sponsors of the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders. Now, the official results from the second, Baskin Robin fourth, Camco Ramona third, Majayan Salsa second, Bert's Legacy the winner. 31-4, 103-2, 136-1, 207-2. In review, 4-3, 2-1. Bert's Legacy 320, Exactor 380, Triactor 1230. The daily double 6-4 paid 1050. The 7-4 at 480.
Red Shores Summerside will feature harness racing on Mondays starting Labor Day 1 p.m. followed by every Monday night with a special post time at 6:30 p.m. On-track customers who play the Pick 5 will receive a buy one get one voucher. Wild Horses tags will be $50 on each race, and there will also be some prize giveaways. More information to come, and off-track customers can play through hpibet.com Mondays at Summerside, and go to Redshores.ca for race dates and free programs.
Tell Me Why on the third race post parade, owned by Joe McDonald of Bredelville and Alexis Gas of Cornwall. Joe does the training. Tonight, Kenny Murphy drives. 2, Magical Cowgirl, owned and trained by Pat Murphy of Augustine Cove, Corey McPherson. 3, Dancers Pass, owned by John McKenzie, Philip Kelly, and Apps McGuigan, trained by Philip Kelly. Tonight, Mark Campbell. 4, Elm Grove Nancy has Jason Hughes driving for owner-trainer Robert Phillips of Belfast. 5, Acroturi, owned by David Kent of Hunter River. Kenny Arsenault is the trainer driver. 6, Good Luck Kathy, owned by Janet Compton of Stratford, trained by Earl Smith. Brody McPhee drives. 7, I'll Tell Me Ma. Almost got done of Montague, trained by Colin Johnson. David Dowling's in the sulky. 4 minutes wagering time on the third. Play the pick 4 and the jackpot high 5 tonight with a low 15% takeout.
What makes PEI such an amazing destination?
There's so much to see and do!
It's super laid back.
We have impeccable taste.
We're surrounded by characters.
Some real salt of the earth types.
Always ready to show you a good time.
So, come hang out.
Check in.
Or swing by.
Whatever you jam.
Get out here and activate our island.
Paid for by the government of Prince Edward Island.
Okay, 3 to go here before race number 3. It is the Filly Mares non-winners 751 last 5. Also eligible non-winners of 150 per start, and also eligible 5,000 claimer, and that's where I landed on top of my ticket. This is the 2 Magical Cowgirl in for the price here tonight. Pat Murphy of Augustine Cove is the owner and trainer, and Corey McPherson will do the driving. Since Pat scooped this mare out of the 4,000 claimer, they're down 5th start back there. You'll see she moving into his stable. She was 5th, and then she reeled off 2 wins and a second since then. And that last start was a nice win, 57-4 up at the optional 5,000 claiming tag. And then the start prior to that in Summerside, also at that optional 5,000 claimer, where she was 2nd and 56-3 to Elm Grove Mistress. So Pat Murphy has this mare really good right now, and from post 2 here tonight, I think she can win again. And Corey McPherson knows her very well as well. So hopefully they can get to the front here, control things, and I can see them going all the way 6-5. And now we're getting a look at the 7, I'll Tell Me Ma. David Dowling will do the driving for trainer Colin Johnson. Scott Dunn is the owner for Montague. This mare's been racing good in her last couple starts as well. Post 8 both starts, but she rallied to be 4th, 2 back in 57-1, and then a real gutsy first over effort last time, finishing 2nd to lock her up in 57-3, 29-2, closing it out. So she's been racing well in her last few starts, so I'm hoping the momentum continues here tonight. She does have another terrible post here tonight, post 7. I'll Tell Me Ma, 2-1. And now we're getting a look at the 3, Dancers Pass. This is a 10-year-old mare by Ashley's Big Guy. John McKenzie, Philip Kelly, and Alan McGuigan share ownership. And Philip, he is the trainer. Mark Campbell will do the driving here tonight. David Dowling opting to drive the 7, I'll Tell Me Ma. So Mark Campbell picks up the drive here tonight. And I'm looking for Mark to work a little magic and maybe crack that 2021 goose egg for this mare. She's 5 for 12 in the top 3, but yet to win a race here in 2021. Good lines on her. 4th last time out, 58-4, and then start prior to that, pacing of 58-3. She's another mare that struggled in the post position draw in the last couple starts. Post 8 both weeks. Last time out at the 751 level. So she's typically raced up near the 1201 level, where you'll see right there on her lines on a sloppy track. She finished 2nd today with David Dowling driving to Howmack Blaze. 30-1 she closed it out. It was a real nice effort on that night. So hopefully with this another crack at the 751 level here tonight, she can be part of the ticket. She's 4-1. filly mares lining up in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate for tonight's third race. Let's send it back over to Vance Cameron for the call.
Tell Me Why, Magical Cowgirl, Dancers Pass, Elm Grove Nancy, Acro Cherry, Good Luck, Kathy, All Tell Me Ma on the outside. Third race on the gate, top of the stretch. They're approaching a start. The rough and pacing Tell Me Why will lead him out at the rail. Magical Cowgirl second, Dancers Pass third, Elm Grove Nancy fourth. Fifth on the turn, that is Good Luck Kathy. On the outside, I'll Tell Me Ma away six, and then the trailer is Acro Cherry. To the backstretch they go, and Magical Cowgirl headed to the lead. In line to Corey McPherson. Racing second is Tell Me Why, away third, that is Dancers Pass. Racing from fourth is Elm Grove Nancy. On the cones, fifth is Good Luck Kathy, then I'll Tell Me Ma in sixth. Trailing seventh, Acro Cherry, 29. And a 1/5 was the quarter mile. Midway on the turn for the first time, the leader, Magical Cowgirl. Here comes Dancers Pass early now up the challenge. Racing third is Tell Me Why. Fourth on the outside is Good Luck Kathy. Racing from fifth and moving up on the outside, I'll Tell Me Ma. Then in sixth is Elm Grove Nancy, and the trailer is Acro Cherry. Halfway home, new leader. That's Dancers Pass in line to Mark Campbell to take over off of 59 and 2/2. Racing second is Magical Cowgirl. On the outside third is Good Luck Kathy. Riding the rail fourth, Tell Me Why. Moving up fifth, I'll Tell Me Ma. Then sixth is Elm Grove Nancy, and the trailer seventh. Acro Cherry halfway up the backstretch for the final time. The leader is Dancers Pass going to three quarters. Magical Cowgirl is second from the outside and hanging third. That's Good Luck Kathy. Up the rail, Tell Me Why for three high. Now in fifth, I'll Tell Me Ma. 3/4 of a mile in 1:29 and 1. Down to an eighth of a mile to go, and Dancers Pass swinging for home with the lead. Coming to the outside, Magical Cowgirl. In at the rail, Tell Me Why third. Deep in the stretch, landing on the line. Here's Dancers Pass in line to Mark Campbell. Second is Magical Cowgirl. Tell Me Why will finish third. 1:58 and 1.
Great drive here from Campbell, as I mentioned in the pre-race. If Campbell could work some of his magic here in this one, this mare could find her first win of 2021, and he does here tonight as Magical Cowgirl and McPherson go to the front early, 29 and 1. Campbell pulls on the right line and shoots right to the front there at the half, 59 and 2, and that kind of left Good Luck Kathy and Brody McPhee first up here tonight, but it was Dancers Pass controlling things through three quarters, 129 and 1. Throws the last quarter at them, 29 flat for a mile of 158 and 1. She moved in, got some post relief here tonight. Another kick at this 751 class gets Mark Campbell tonight. 7-2 on the nose if you played that angle. Congrats. Nice pay here for Dancers Pass in race 3 at Red Shores.
Dancers Pass arriving at the third race winner's circle. Bay pacing mare, she's 10 by Ashley's Big Guy from the David's Pass Dam, past the dessert. Owned by John McKenzie, Philip Kelly, and Apps McGuigan, trained by Philip Kelly. Mark Campbell's in the driver's seat for the win. The mile 158 and 1. Dancers Pass in the third. Now the official results in the third tell me why third. Magical Cowgirl second, Dancers Pass the winner. Elm Grove Nancy sixth, Acro Turi was seventh. Good Luck Kathy fourth. All Tell Me Ma finished fifth. Fractions went 29 and 1, 59 and 2, 129 and 1, and the mile 158 and 1. In review 3-2-1, 6-7, 4-5. Dancers Pass paid $9.60. The Exactor $23.90. The Triactor $42.80. And the Superfactor was $25.01. fourth race is the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders for 3-year-old trotting colts and geldings. One is Dusty Lane Milo, owned by Marcia Knox of Stanhope, trained by Jeff Holmes, Jill's Barrio driving. Two Dusty Lane Apollo is owned by But We Hear Now Stable of Charlottetown, trained by Danny McDonald, Kenny Arsenault drives. Number 3, Mr. Finlay Ridge is owned by Claire McDonald, Arnold Rankin, and Ian Tate. Claire does the training and driving. For a Little Go-Go is owned by Greyland Farm of Gulf Shore, Nova Scotia, trained and driven by Mark Campbell. First one here, owned by Donald McCrae of Vernon Bridge, Jason Hughes, training and driving. 5 minutes wagering time. On the 4th, the pick 4, where the low 15% takeout is next. Welcome to Peter Smith and Arnold Hagen of Home Hardware, proud sponsors of the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders.
Okay, 4 to go here before race 4. It is the start of the pick 4. We have exacta, superfecta wagering. We also have triactor, win play show, and we have the wild horses tag. Jackpot is $25, and we're going to get a look at our pick 4 tickets there. Peter McPhee with post time picks. He's going 1, 4, 5, 6. It looks like we are all in agreement. We all like the 1, 4, 5, 6 on our pick 4 tickets. You got about 3 minutes to get in on the pick 4 here, so good luck. And now back on the track we go, and there is our top choice here in race number 4. That is the 1, Dusty Lane Milo. Marcia Knox is the owner from Stanhope. Jeff Holmes, the trainer, and Gilles Barrio will do the driving. Gilles Barrio has been in the seat the last 2 starts, and they've had good success. They finished second 2 back in 2 minutes 2/5, and then last time out they made a break just after the wings folded, and good recovery though as they rallied to be second, only beaten a length and a half, and race timed in 2:03 and 2, and that was in a lady slipper here in Charlottetown. And so this guy's been really good this season. He was a really nice trotter last season as well, making almost $38,000. He almost has $60,000 made lifetime with 6 lifetime wins, and he has the rail here tonight. So I'm going to put him on top of my ticket. He's good gate speed, and I'm looking for Barrio to control things here in this short, compact field of 5. I like him to win it. He's 2 to 1. And now we're getting a look at the 3, Mr. Finlay Ridge. These two have been going at it all season, the 1 and the 3. Qualifier last time out, 2:02 and 4. And then prior to that, it was a 7 distance. But prior to that, this guy's been really good this season. He's 4 for 5 with 2 wins from 5 starts. A mark at 2 minutes 1/5 taken at Churro. He doesn't have quite the gate speed that Dusty Lane Milo has. And so Claire's going to have to work out maybe a 2-hole ride or maybe a 3-hole trip and come first up with this guy here tonight. He's a nice, big, handsome trotter on the track as well. And right now the bettors have him at 4 to 5, the current favorite. And now to round out my triactor ticket, I went with the 4, A Little Go-Go. Greyland Farm of Gulf Shore is the owner. This is a 3-year-old colt by Ted the Stud. Made a break last start as well at that lady slipper. Ended up finishing 3rd. Race timed in 2:05 and 1, but was a winner in Inverness and an Atlantic Sire Stake right on the front end in 2:01 over Dusty Lane, Milo, and Mr. Finley Ridge. So he shows he can get the better of them, and he does have that good gate speed. So we'll see what Campbell does in here. But I like him for third on my ticket, and he's 5-2. Home Hardware Maritime Breeders 3-year-old trot colts lining up in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate for tonight's 4th race. Back over to Vance Cameron for the call.
Dusty Lane Milo, Dusty Lane Apollo, Mr. Finlay Ridge, a little go-go. First one here, top of the stretch. Here they come. The rough and trotting Dusty Lane Milo along the rail leaving out. Mr. Finlay Ridge is second. Third going into the turn. That is a little go-go. Towards the inside is Dusty Lane Apollo fourth. And first one here, trailing fifth. At the 8th pole, Dusty Lane Milo leads it for Gilberto. Mr. Finlay Ridge, 2.5 off the leader, is second, dropping in third. That is a little go-go. Dusty Lane Apollo has fourth. And trailing the field fifth is first one here. They arrive at the opening quarter with Dusty Lane Milo, the leader. In line to Gilberto, 30-3 the time. Mr. Finlay Ridge around the turn is second. A little go-go third. All alone in fourth is Dusty Lane Apollo, and the trailer, that's first one here. Down the stretch they come. They have the opening half mile in their sights. Dusty Lane Milo will get them halfway home. Second is Mr. Finlay Ridge, continuing third, a little go-go. Fourth is Dusty Lane Apollo, and a gapped-out trailer is first one here, halfway home in a minute and 2. They went 29-4 in the second quarter. Over to the 5/8 with Dusty Lane Milo, the leader. Mr. Finlay Ridge is second. A little go-go, racing third. Dusty Lane Apollo fourth, and the trailer First one here, the three-quarters coming next. Dusty Lane Milo continues to lead. Mr. Finlay Ridge is second. Racing third, a little go-go. Dusty Lane Apollo fourth. In the backfield, the trailer. First one here, three-quarters up in 1:31 They're down to an eighth of a mile left to trot. Dusty Lane Milo. Here's Mr. Finlay Ridge coming to the outside to challenge. Third up the rail, a little go-go. Dusty Lane Apollo fourth. Deep stretch now. Coming to the wire next. Mr. Finlay Ridge wins for Claire McDonald. Second, that is Dusty Lane Milo. A little go-go third. Time for the mile in 2:01 2.
Okay, we're going to get a look at the Universal Media slow-mo for race 4. It is the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders 3-year-old Truck Colts and Barrio. As I thought would go to the front here, 30-3, but I thought he'd get a second quarter breather in this short, compact field of 5, but he didn't. He rolled this guy half in a minute, 2/5, which is, I think, was a little too much here on the off track here tonight in Charlottetown. They get up three-quarters, 1:31 and played right into the hand of the pockets that are Mr. Finlay Ridge and Claire McDonald as they made their move around the last turn, and they get up in the final strides to nail it here. Time of the mile, 2:01 2. A terrific race here for the three, Mr. Finlay Ridge, who bounces back off that performance during Gold Cup and Saucer Week. He looked good here tonight, and he gets it done here in the Maritime Breeders 3-year-old Colt Trot. We'll see them back in the Red Shores Winner Circle in just a moment.
Mr. Finlay Ridge on his way into the fourth race winner's circle, trotting bay gelding 3 by Umbro Barrister off the Angus Hall Dam, our Rocket Rachel, owned by Claire McDonald, Arnold Rankin, and Ian Tate. Colt bred by Arnold Rankin of Antigonish, Nova Scotia. He's trained and driven to victory by Claire McDonald. Time of the mile in 2:01 2/5. The colt picks up his 10th lifetime victory from 16 starts. Tonight he captures the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders 3-year-old Colt Trot. Down at trackside, joining us, Peter Smith and Arnold Hagen with Home Hardware, proud sponsors of the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders. Now the official results in race 4, Dusty Lane Milo second, Dusty Lane Apollo fourth, Mr. Finlay Ridge the race winner, a little go-go third, first one here fifth, 30-3, 1 minute 2, 1:31 and the mile 2:01 2. From the top, 2:41.35. Mr. Finlay Ridge returning 580 to win. The exactor 1090, tractor 1340, superfecta 266.
Free Wi-Fi is available at Red Shores for our guests, and you can sign up for betting free at hpibet.com. So whether you are in our restaurants or on our tarmac watching the action live, you can place your bet at the track on your smartphone. Just click on Red Shores Guests when searching for Wi-Fi in your settings page. And just another way to enjoy your guest experience here at Red Shores with free Wi-Fi.
Ladies and gentlemen, the racing officials are going to delay the post-parade for race number 5 and continue to monitor the weather conditions. And we thank you in advance for your patience. Top of her trade on the 5th race post parade is owned by Crazy 8 Stable of Charlottetown, trained by Todd Walsh. Mark Campbell drives. 2 is Clare Hall Hanover, owned by Hamac Farms Limited of Brookfield, trained by Ron Matheson, Corey McPherson. 3, Mrs. Dragonfire, owned by Reg Ferguson and Wayne McDonald, trained by Reg Ferguson, David Dowling. The Boss is a Girl, number 4, owned by Allison Ramsey of Winslow North and Brian Ramsey of Summerside, trained by Ronnie Matheson, Jules Barrio. 5 is Elm Grove Mistress, owned by Jennifer Doyle and Danny Bird of Vernon Bridge. Jennifer does the training. Jason Hughes drives. Number 6, Outrageous Spirit, owned by Paul Holmes of Warren Grove and Kevin Peters of Emmyvale. Kevin is the trainer. Adam Murner's in the sulky. Final call for wagering on race 5. Free Wi-Fi available at Red Shores. You can place your bets on PEI harness racing through HPIBet.com. Kurt Hughes with the top plays in just a moment.
Enjoy the thrill of the race anywhere, anytime with HPIBet.com. Join for free and use your smartphone, tablet, or PC to watch and wager when you can't be at the track. Stream live racing from over 450 tracks. Bet with ease from anywhere. It's safe and secure. Get rewards, race alerts, tips, and more. For a limited time, get $100 when you become a member. Plus, 1 month free live race streaming and your first bet is on us. Go to HPIBet.com to join for free today.
Okay, running out of time to get a ticket here on race number 5. We had a lot of rain in the last little while, but the track seems to be in okay shape as we get a look at the 4. The Boss is a Girl. Gilles Barrio will do the driving for trainer Ronnie Matheson and owner Allison Ramsey. And Brian Ramsey, this is a 4-year-old mare by Believe in Bruiser last race at the 15:01 level. Hit post 7 on that day. Barrio was very aggressive with this mare on that day, coming first up, and she just got a little tired late there, but was only beaten 2.5 lengths. Race time to 57-3. The start prior to that at the preferred 2 level was a real nice mile, 54-3. Closed it out 27-4, but ended up 7th because it was just a tough group with Arclight, Woodmere, Sky Roller, and Philly 47 finishing the top 3. But they're nice mares she's racing against in her last few starts, and now she drops down to the non-winners of 1,001 last 5. Post 4 here tonight. She has great gate speed, so I'll look for Barrio to get her off the gate, get to the front, control things, and go all the way. She's the current favorite at 3-5. And now we're getting a look at the 1 top of her tray. Crazy 8 Stable is the owner. Mark Campbell, the driver for trainer Todd Walsh. On the front end the last 2 weeks from the rail last time out. Quarter pole move back to the front. Ended up finishing 3rd at that 751 level. Campbell was in the seat. And then the start prior to that, Walter Chevrolet was in the seat. And this mare got off to the front again and there down at the 451 level and just got collared by Ann with an E. Closed it out 29-1 for a mile of 59-2. If you look down at the bottom of her lines, she shows racing preferred 3, but struggling to find her way here in the last few starts. So she moves up to the 1,001 last 5 starts here tonight. And with the rail, Campbell, I think she could be part of the ticket. 5-1. And now we're going to look at the 5 Elm Grove Mistress and the Blue Knight, Jason Hughes. Jennifer Doyle is the trainer and co-owner along with Danny Bird. Left off the wings hard last time out, 27-4. Got a nice second quarter breather, but let go late there, finishing 8th by 12-58. But the start prior to that, a winner in 56 flat. So if she goes back to that form tonight. She could be a mare to beat in this race, and right now you're getting 2-1 on the 5. Elm Grove Mistress as the mares begin to make their way up in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate for tonight's 5th race. Over to Vance Cameron for the call.
Top of her trade, Clare Hall Hanover, Mrs. Dragonfire. The Boss is a Girl, Elm Grove Mistress, and Outrageous Spirit. Top of the stretch. Approaching a start. The rough and pacing Elm Grove Mistress. The Boss is a Girl, and at the rail, top of her trade as they make their way round the turn to get away fourth now. Towards that inside is Mrs. Dragonfire. Racing from 5th is Clare Hall Hanover, and the trailer is Outrageous Spirit, the quarter pole bound, and here comes the Boss is a Girl for Barrio to take over the lead. Racing second is Elm Grove Mistress, now in third, top of her trade. Mrs. Dragonfire is fourth, that's Outrageous Spirit fifth, and off stride in the backfield, Clare Hall Hanover. Opening quarter on this night, check it out, 27-3, boom! Just like that, down the stretch they come, led by the Boss is a Girl. Elm Grove Mistress is second, top of her trade. She goes third, then in fourth, Mrs. Dragonfire. Fifth, Outrageous Spirit. In the backfield, Clare Hall Hanover halfway home. The Boss is a Girl in 57 seconds flat. Second is Elm Grove Mistress to the outside. Top of her trade in third. Up the rail, fourth, Outrageous Spirit. Back into fifth, Mrs. Dragonfire. And the trailer, that's Clare Hall Hanover. The three-quarters coming next. The leader, the Boss is a Girl. Elm Grove Mistress is second, hanging on the outside third. Top of her trade, a ground-saving trip up the rail for Outrageous Spirit. 3/4 in 1:27 flat. They're down to an eighth to go. And turning home, led by the Boss is a Girl. Elm Grove Mistress is second. Outrageous Spirit third. Deep in the stretch now, the Boss is a Girl. In line to Jill Barrio. Second is Elm Grove Mistress. Outrageous Spirit is third. Time for the mile, 1:56.4.
We got to give a shout out to our track crew here tonight, keeping this track in great form, and also shout out to the Boss is a Girl. You don't see this too often on an off track that a mare picks up a new speed badge, but the Boss is a Girl does it here tonight. She is bossing it on the front end the entire mile, 27-3, half 57, 127, top of her trade, and Campbell came first up, but didn't have it here tonight as the 4, the Boss is a Girl, goes all the way. Time of the mile, 1:56.4. An incredible mile here on the off track. Congratulations to the connections. We'll see the Maritime Magic Man Barrio and the Boss is a Girl in the Red Shores Winter Circle in just a moment.
The Boss is a Girl arriving at the 5th race winner's circle. Bay pacing mare 4, Bible Even Bruiser. Off the 4-star Shark Dam, solid 4-star. Owned by Allison Ramsey of Winslow North and Brian Ramsey of Summerside. Trained by Ronnie Matheson. Driven to victory by Jill's Barrio. Pacing to a new race win record of 1:56.4. The Boss is a Girl in the 5th. Now the official results in race 5, Top of Her Trade 4th, Claire Hall Hanover 6th, Mrs. Dragonfire 5th, The Boss is a Girl, the race winner. Elm Grove Mistress was 2nd. Outrageous Spirit 3rd, fractions 27 and 3, 57, 127, and the mile 156 and 4. In review, 4, 6, 5, 1, 2, 3. The Boss is a Girl 310. Exactor 1610, Triactor 8160, Superfecta 2062.
The Atlantic Dream Stable competition presented by the PEI Standardbred Breeders Association. The $2,000 grand prize is sponsored by Phillips Agri Services, Sure Game Feeds, and Brooks Performance Feeds, and 100% of the $20 entry fee goes directly to the IWK Children's Hospital. And for updates, go to atlanticdreamstable.weebly.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Red Shores management have removed all horses off the raceway surface due to the current lightning conditions here in Charlottetown. I'll have an update for you in just a moment. The sixth race is the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders 3-year-old trot fillies. Number 1, My Money's a Runnin', owned by Jonathan McDonald of North Wiltshire, trained by Paul McDonald out of Myrna Drives. 2 is Fireball Friday, owned by Miles Heffernan of Montague. Miles does the driving. Miles Heffernan Jr. is the trainer. 3 is Rainbow Valley, owned by Bill and Scott Rollison, Kelly and Joey Alward, trained by Bill Rollison, David Dowling. 4, Camco Lexi, owned by Sandstone Stables of Charlottetown, trained by Doug McGregor, Brody McPhee. 5, Gala Wind, owned by Michael Bailey of Morel. Mark Campbell trains and drives. 6 is Rich Daydreams, owned by Wade Piccone of Stanchel, trained and driven by Kenny Arsenault. Final call for wagering on tonight's 6th race. Red Shores is proud to present Land and Sea Friday nights in the top of the park. Complete details at Redshores.ca.
Okay, as the rain continues to fall here in Charlottetown, delay is behind us, and here we are on track for race number 6. It is the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders for 3-year-old trotting fillies, and here is my top choice in here. That is the 5, Gale of Wind, owned by Michael Bailey of Morel. Mark Campbell is the trainer and driver, and what an effort last time out in a Lady Slipper in Charlottetown. Right on the front end from post 1. 2:03 and 1 was the winning time, 30 and 3 on the end of it. Even the start prior to that in Atlantic Sire Stake during Gold Cup and Saucer Week. Post 7 made a break, rallied to be third, only beaten 2 lengths. 2:05 was a mile on that day. Over 12,000 made this season. 4 for 5 in the top 3, and I think she can get it done here again tonight. She's even money. This is another filly having a real good season for trainer driver Kenny Arsenault, Wade Piccone, the owner. That is the 6, Rich Daydreams. It's another 3-year-old filly by Armbro Barrister, and she is post 6 here tonight. But last time out from post 3 at the Lady Slipper, she finished second to Peach Pie Will Do in 2:03, 31 flat on the end of it. She's another filly having an excellent season. 4 for 8 in the top 3 with over 14,000 in the bank this year, and so post 6 here tonight. She's definitely going to be one of the fillies here to beat, even though she is post 6. She's 6-5. And now we're getting a look at the 2, Fireball Friday. Miles Heffernan will do the driving for Miles Heffernan Jr. Miles Heffernan is also the owner. 3-year-old filly by Armbro Barrister, 4th last time out, 2:05 and 1 in that Ladies Slipper Stake. And then Atlantic Sire Stake just got nipped at the wire there, 2:04 and 3, 30 and 4 on the end of it. A little over 8,000 in the bank, 2 for 6 in the top 3. Still looking for that first lifetime win. She's post 2 here tonight on an off track. If Heffernan can get her off the gate and get the fractions he wants, he may get his filly's first win of her lifetime here tonight on the off track. 5-1 right now on the 2, Fireball Friday. Home Hardware Maritime Breeders 3-year-old trotting fillies lining up in behind that Metro Home Building Center starting gate for tonight's 6th race. Over to Vance Cameron for the race call.
My money's a running. Fireball Friday, Rainbow Valley, Camco Lexi, Gale of Wind, Rich Daydreams. Top of the stretch. They're approaching a start. The rough and trotting Rainbow Valley's the first one out. Fireball Friday is second. Off stride goes Gale of Wind into the turn. Coming up third on the outside is Rich Daydreams. Along the rail, that's My Money's a Running. Then away fifth, Camco Lexi, and off stride in the backfield. The post-time favorite may be out of it. Gale of Wind's on the run. Up the backstretch they go, led by Fireball Friday. For Miles Heffernan, Rainbow Valley is second. Rich Daydreams trotting up third on the outside. Racing fourth, My Money's a Running. Camco Lexi is fifth, and that heavy favorite is out of it now. Gale of Wind in the backfield, a quarter mile and 31 seconds flat. That's Fireball Friday out in front by 2. Rainbow Valley is second. Rich Daydreams is going to lay on the outside third. My Money's a Running fourth. Camco Lexi fifth, and the trailer, Gale of Wind. They approach the opening half mile, led there by Fireball Friday. Rich Daydreams is up to second. Third up the rail, Rainbow Valley. Racing fourth, My Money's a Running. On the outside, fifth is Camco Lexi. And Gale of Wind, the trailer, the half mile in 1:01 and 3. Around the paddock turn, approaching 5/8. It's Fireball Friday, the leader. Racing second is Rich Daydreams. Along the rail, Rainbow Valley third. Camco Lexi is moving fourth on the outside. Racing from fifth, My Money's a Running. Then the trailer, Gale of Wind. They're over to 3/4, and she's been out all the way. Rich Daydreams has taken over now for Kenny Arsenault. Quickly by 3. Camco Lexi is second. Backpedaling third is Fireball Friday. Fourth along the inside, Rainbow Valley. 3/4 in 1:33 and 4. Turning on home, led by Rich Daydreams. Camco Lexi is second. Fireball Friday third. On the wire next in the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders, Rich Daydreams for Kenny Arsenault. Camco Lexi was second. Fireball Friday will finish third. Time for the mile in 2:04 and 2.
Okay, we're going to get a look at the slow-mo replay brought to you by Universal Media, and we've seen Gale of Wind to make that break off the wings, and it opened the door for Rich Daydreams to dominate, and trainer driver Kenny Arsenault, the veteran, showed how much confidence he had in this filly. He just laid her out in the middle of the track, and even when he could get in a 2-hole there at the 5/8, he just continued on the outside and cleared up to the backstretch. The half was in 1:01 and 3, 3/4 1:33 and 4, and she closes it out 31 and change for a mile of 2:04 and 2, 30 and 3 on the end of it. What a dominant performance from this filly here tonight. She gets it done in the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders 3-year-old trot in a dominant fashion here on an off night in Charlottetown. We'll see them back in the Red Shores Winter Circle just a moment.
Rich Daydreams going into the 6th race winner's circle. Trotting Bay Filly 3 by Umbro Barrister. Off the Dream Vacation Dam, Rich Dreams. She is a homebred of Wade Piccone of Stanchel. Trained and driven to victory by Kenny Arsenault. The mile 2:04 and 2. Rich Daydreams in the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders 3-year-old trot fillies. Joining us tonight, Peter Smith and Darnell Hagen at trackside for the presentations.
Home Hardware.
Now, the official results in race 6. My Money's a running 5th. Fireball Friday 3rd. Rainbow Valley 4th. Camco Lexi was 2nd. Gala Win 6th. Rich Daydreams the winner. Fractions were 31. 101 and 3. 133 and 4. And the mile 204 and 2. In review, it's 534 261. Rich Daydreams paid $550. The exactor 456.20, tractor 369.50, and the superfecta 129.46.
Red Shores is pleased to partner with Retro Media, Canada's harness racing book publisher, in a special promotion featuring the new book on Wally Hennessy. You can go to retromedia.ca to purchase the Wally Hennessy story now. And make sure you use the promo code RedShores1. And just to note that the 1 is the number 1. So purchase Wally Driven to Win at retromedia.ca.
7th race is the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders for 2-year-old Colt Trotters. King in the North, number 1, is owned by Doug Matheson, Dunsand Farms, and Wayne Oaks, trained by Nick Oaks. Tonight, Jason Hughes drives. 2, Magian Raptor, Jim Ripley of Amherst, Nova Scotia, the owner, trainer, and driver. 3, Mr. Miller, owned by Kerry Taylor of Stratford. Corey McPherson trains and drives. 'Getting All Fired Up, number 4, is owned and trained by Blaine White of Bell River. Mark Campbell driving. 5, Cadillac, owned by Claire McDonald of Antigonish and Wayne Burley of Truro, Nova Scotia. Claire training and driving. 6, Headline Howie, owned by Jamie Whalen of Vernon Bridge, trained and driven by Mike McGuigan. 7 is Moonshine Monday, owned by Jackie Heffernan of Glace Bay, Nova Scotia, trained by Miles Heffernan Jr., driven by Miles Sr. 2 minutes wagering time on the 7th. Race day live from Charlottetown continues with Kurt Hughes next.
Okay, just 2 to go here before race number 7. It is the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders 2-year-old trot for colts, and my top choice is the 6, Headline Howie, off that incredible mile last time out. He's a 2-year-old gelding by Armbro Barrister, Mike McGuigan, the trainer and driver, and Jamie Whalen of Vernon Bridge is the owner. A dominant 2-hole ride there where he converted and drew off to win by 2 and change. And 2:03 and 2:31 flat on the end of it, and a good third prior to that to up Helia and Getting All Fired Up. 2:03 and 4 was a mile on that day in that stake race there, 2 back. So Headline Howie going into tonight is just full of confidence. Post 6 for him tonight. It's going to be a bit of a challenge, but I think he can overcome it. And Mike McGuigan does such a great job with the trotters, especially the young ones, and so I'm going to put him on top of my ticket, and he's 5-2. And now we're getting a look at the 2-year-old colt by Ted the Stud. That is the 3, Mr. Miller, owned by Kerry Taylor. Corey McPherson, the trainer and driver, and this one has a lot of talent. If you look at that second last start there in Atlantic Sire Stake here in Charlottetown, second by a length to Cadillac in 2:04 and 4. And then last time out, head post 7, made that break, was back 19 at the quarter and ended up finishing second by a half a length in 2:05 and 4. And so he looked really good on that night too. So if he minds his manners, he could be right there at the wire. This guy is 3-1. And now we're getting a look at the 4, Getting All Fired Up. Mark Campbell will do the driving for trainer Blaine White. He's also the owner from Bell River. Good third in that Lady Slipper, 206 and 2, and second prior to that, 203 and 4. And that last start there from post 8 got right to the front there and was all fired up on that night. So if Campbell can rate this guy here tonight, he could definitely be heard from as well. You're getting 2-1 odds on him. This is a tough class. A lot of good options in here. The 5, Cadillac, also has a great shot at winning here. A winner, 3 back, 204 and 3, 29 and 3 on the end of it in Atlantic Sire Stake here in Charlottetown during Gold Cup and Saucer Week. Claire already has a win on the card in this Home Hardware Maritime Breeders' Night, and she could get another one here with Cadillac. You're getting 5-2. Home Hardware Maritime Breeders 2-year-old colt trotters are lining up in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate for tonight's 7th race. Back over to Vance Cameron for the call.
King in the North, Magian Raptor, Mr. Miller. Getting all fired up, Cadillac. Headline Howie and Moonshine Monday. Top of the stretch. The 5 Cadillac was on the run. Here they come. And there they go. Off and trotting. Leaving out is Mr. Miller and Magian Raptor. Moving into third, getting all fired up. King in the North is away fourth. On the turn, racing from fifth. Headline Howie's gone off stride. And off stride again is Cadillac. And the trailer Moonshine Monday. Up the backstretch they go. Racing to the opening quarter, Mr. Miller is the leader. Getting all fired up is second. King in the North trots up into third. Well back in fourth is Cadillac. Moonshine Monday fifth. Headline Howie sixth. Then the trailer after a break is Magian Raptor. 31-4 was the opening quarter. They race midway round the turn for the first time. And on the lead, that's Mr. Miller for Corey McPherson, getting all fired up right there second. King in the North is trotting with the leaders third. Racing from fourth, that is Cadillac. Then in fifth and going off stride, Moonshine Monday. Headline Howie is on the run. And the trailer, that is Magian Raptor, and traffic pretty close there in the backfield as they move past the half mile in 104. And 1, there goes the inquiry sign. Race number 7 is under a judge's inquiry. Over to the 5H, Mr. Miller, the leader. Second, getting all fired up. King in the North third. Cadillac is driving up into fourth. Racing from fifth, Moonshine Monday. Then sixth, that is Magian Raptor, and the trailer is Headline Howie at the 3/4. The leader is still Mr. Miller. 3/4 of a mile in 1:36-1. Getting all fired up is second. King in the North third, Cadillac fourth. They get set to turn for home, and it's Mr. Miller by a couple. On getting all fired up, off stride is King in the North. Deep in the stretch as they come to the wire, Mr. Miller and Mr. McPherson in the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders' Stake. Second, getting all fired up, Cadillac third, 2-0, 5-1, 29 seconds flat, closing quarter.
Okay, we're going to get a look at the slow-mo replay brought to you by Universal Media. Tough night for these young 2-year-old trotters. We see the fillies go earlier and they were gapped out with multiple breakers, and tonight in this 2-year-old Colt Trot in race 7. We seen multiple breakers again, but it was Mr. Miller minding his manners on the off-going, and he gets to the front 31-4. McPherson just keeps cruising 104-1, 136-1 to the 3/4. Then he throws the last quarter at 29 flat on the off track for a mile of 205-1. And that is a new trotting record for this good-looking son of Ted the Stud. They get it done here in the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders 2-year-old Colt Trot. And we'll see them back in the Red Shores Winter Circle in just a moment.
The judges' inquiry in the 7th race is looking at the multiple breaking horses during the race. Mr. Miller arriving at the 7th race winner's circle. Trotting vehicle 2 by Ted the Stud off the Nike's Image Dam Maisie Dawn. Owned by Kerry Taylor of Stratford. Colt bred by Kenneth Graham of Kensington. He's trained and driven a victory by Corey McPherson and will trot to a new race win record of 205-1. Mr. Miller in the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders' Stake for 2-year-old Colt Trotters. Joining us on this Thursday night, Peter Smith and Arnold Hagen with the Home Hardware, the proud sponsors of the Home Hardware Maritime Breeders. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the results of the 7th race judges' inquiry. Number 5, Cadillac, finished 3rd and will be placed 5th for interference on number 7, Moonshine Monday, going to the opening 8th. Now, the official results in race 7, King in the North was 4th place 3rd. Magian Raptor 6th. Mr. Miller, the race winner. Getting all fired up was 2nd. Cadillac finished 3rd, was placed 5th for interference. Headline Howie was 7th. Moonshine Monday finished 5th, was placed 4th. Fractions of 31 and 4. 104 and 1. 136 and 1. And the mile 205 and 1. In review after the placings, 361, 2574. Mr. Miller paid $640 to win. Exactor $26.70. Triactor $85.30. And the superfecta was $56.41. Eighth race on the track for the post-race. Southfield Sky, number 1, owned by Southfield Farms Incorporated of Summerside, trained by Melissa Rennie. Adam Murner drives. 2, Dr. Sunshine, owned by Ian Smith of Stratford and Hal Smith of Pownell, trained by Tommy Weatherby. Mark Bradley up.